and welcome to Spill the RT, episode 54. My name is Eamon Shanahan, and I'm here with Josh Stein. Hi, Josh.
Hey, Eamon. Hello, world. Episode 54. We actually did it. We finally put 54 out to the world.
We did indeed. We're here, we're shining bright, we're like a diamond, like Riri. Riri is coming back at some point, but this time as a Smurf, apparently.
Okay. I guess I'm not up on the whole Smurf drama.
Are you not a fan of the Smurfs?
No, no. You got to
No.
remember that I had to deal with the Smurfs for real in real time as a child, and they were not really thought of by most of us as something they were not. No, I'm just not
No?
down with the
No.
Smurfs. No.
Okay. All right. Okay. I
Sorry.
thought they do.
A little too culty, a little too.
You're all about the cultiness.
I have a very simple maxim: never join any group that will have you as a member. So I
Okay.
might look like Papa Smurf, point taken, but no,
Oh,
no.
that's something we have to see. Another costume idea for you in Halloween.
Me and colloidal silver. That's what I should. I'll be.
Colloidal silver's good. That's
If you
very
take
good.
too
It's
much
very
of
good.
it,
It's very good for your immune system, I believe.
it turns you blue.
Does it?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. If you take too much of it,
Okay. Well, all I know is it's very good for like it's an antibacterial or something.
perhaps, but I would say take zinc instead if that's what you're concerned with,
Okay.
because colloidal silver will turn you blue.
Okay, well, medical
See
advice from
that?
Spill the RT. We are not a trusted source of information. Please get your status from a reputable website.
Disclaimer here.
I hear MedDoc online is quite suitable.
I make no recommendations. I know nothing.
Go see your GP. Anywho, Josh, what is happening on Spill the RT today?
So, this week, Kilted Scott goes for Stone of Destiny, images of the solar wind, hidden AI messages, ranking celebs who paint, and an affair and more revealed on Kiss Cam at Coldplay concert. That's more of an update on this at this point in the world, but it's some interesting unravelings there. All that and
Absolutely.
a brand, all that and a brand new guest are up next as we spill our tea. Welcome to episode 54. Unbelievable.
54, 54. Yes, what a jam-packed episode we have ahead. And don't forget, lads and ladies, and all those in between, that if you want to share, like, subscribe, all of those things, you have to do that now. Do it.
Bing, bing, bing.
Bing, bing, bing. That's it. That's it. Like, share, subscribe, and of course, Josh's new
Leave a
thing.
comment.
Leave a
Leave a
comment
comment.
in the comments below.
It's not my new thing. That's just what they keep saying. You want the best practice? The best practice is get a comment. Just have them tell you you suck. Cool.
Absolutely. I'm not. I don't suck, but okay, that's fine. Thank you. I can take it. I can take the hit. Just let's get the stats up. Great. Well, look. Before we bullshit anymore, let's bring on our guest for the week. It is all the way from France. We are going over to France to see Ivan Arlaud. Here we go. Hello, Ivan.
Hi guys,
How are you?
Hello.
I'm fine, excellent,
Comment ça va?
super, très bien et vous?
Super. That is about as much as my French I will be able to muster today.
Yeah,
You're
great.
on holiday, so of course you're happy.
Yeah, sure. It's the best moment of the year, guys. The best.
Excellent. How do you pronounce your surname, Ivan?
Arlo,
Arlo.
Ivan
Excellent.
Arlo.
Ivan
Like,
Arlo. Oh,
yeah,
yes. Wait.
something louder, Ivan
Yeah.
Arlo.
Arlo. Excellent. We don't go low, we go loud. Arlo.
Yeah, yeah,
Amazing.
great. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. See, I'm just a wannabe French person. I just,
Mm,
yeah, I'll come over to you and you can give me some French lessons.
As the
I
American
can.
involved here, I'm just like, okay.
Josh, you long to have a more diverse language in your repertoire.
Nah, not so much. I have enough trouble with English.
Okay. Your English is very good, Ivan.
I'm not sure, not sure. Not sure.
It's like
I
we shall see.
guarantee, I guarantee
Okay,
your
okay.
English is better than our French.
Well, yes.
Okay, but it's easier to learn English than French. So
Okay, that's good. That's good to know.
It's nice to hear
Yeah.
you admit that. Thank you.
Well,
But a lot of French can't speak English because we, after the school, we don't used to practice
mm,
in our daily
Sure.
life. So yeah,
But you
well,
that's
I
know
mean
why.
what?
that's
The great secret about most English speakers is they can't really speak English either. So that
true.
it's just
Mm,
Yeah,
okay,
I struggle on a daily basis, so it's just like yeah. If you
that's
watch
fine.
back many of our episodes, you'd find me making up words the whole way through. Yeah, it's like
it's
let's
true.
take a shot for every time Eamon says a word in the wrong context.
Oh,
But just
You would be absolutely pissed off your head.
oh
anyhow,
Anywho,
so we're gonna move on to some stories now.
I'm just gonna fix this light because it's just a little bit weird, and I feel like badly lit. So there you go. The vanity is getting to me. Hold on now. If I just do this,
no.
okay.
There you go.
now just
For those
blaring.
listening,
I'm just
Mm.
Eamon's just screwing around. He doesn't have his glasses on, so he's just screwing around with the lights.
yeah. I'm just literally I'm in a spotlight now. I feel like I'm on stage. You know, life is ready. I'm ready to step into performance mode. It's all happening.
Superstar.
So off we go to Perth. Now, when I
Okay.
first saw Perth, when this came up on my feed, I was like, Australia? There was a Scot in Australia that did something? No, 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 no. For those who don't know, there's a Perth in Scotland. I had no idea there was a Perth in Scotland, but there is. So to Perth,
Okay.
Scotland we go,
Here we
where
go.
this very special stone, which is apparently the Stone of Destiny, right, is locked behind glass. And so a kilted Scotsman showed up and decided the stone needed to be freed. And
Okay.
naturally, he got arrested.
He did. He did. He cracked the glass, didn't he? Was there a big
Yeah,
smash? Did the glass go everywhere?
yeah, yeah. But again, even in the most lackadaisical museum settings, as we have seen, eventually someone does show up, right?
Mm.
So I don't think much happened here. And it's a huge stone, right? So the whole thing is just, I don't know. I don't know.
So, when we're talking about destiny, are we talking about love? Are we talking about like riches? Are we talking about what sort of destiny is this supposed to provide?
I guess it's supposed to give you power and control over your life.
Oh, okay. Mm.
See that?
I wonder, do
Yeah.
I have any of that right now? I should probably take ownership of my own power, my own destiny.
To me, the more interesting thing was because we've seen people try to sort of steal things, break things, right? Often they're dressed in like dark. I don't want you to know who I am. This gentleman showed up in a kilt.
He was making a point. He was like,
Clearly,
I am Mr. Fashionista. I need to do this with style. I'm not going to do this in just like, jeans and a t-shirt.
I don't. I was just bemused by the whole thing. In the world where people are throwing paint on things, this guy wanted to simply liberate the stone.
Well, that's really nice for him. What about you, Yvonne? Do you have any view on this?
My first question is why it's called the Stone of Destiny, because it seems really, really big and really light, and I don't know why destiny. It can be another words. It can be ton of things. So it's my first question is why, and the second one, thing that I'm thinking is like the guy who do that just listen his intrusive thought, and he do that. He break the glass, the protecting glass.
So
So
apparently, this is 150 kilograms, which for
yeah,
those who need non-metric system is more than 300 pounds. And apparently, it was actually taken and used as part of King Edward's carved oak coronation throne that was in
mm,
Westminster Abbey for
okay.
700 years.
Oh,
So it was an act of colonialism, right? That took the stone originally, and
Yeah.
then it was brought back in the 1960s at some point to Scotland. And so
Mm,
it's less about, like, I guess it's more about Scottish independence, if you will,
okay.
hmm.
Okay.
Well,
which
Interesting.
for those that are up on UK politics is an ever brewing.
situation.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
one
a
of those things that,
situationship.
well,
Okay.
Adrian's wall is still up, so the Scots are still like,
Mm.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Why are we still part of this British Empire? Why are we
We
not part of Europe still?
we take no stand. We take no stand. That's not
Hmm.
on us.
No, it's not. We are non-politically thought. We don't think about politics. No, no, no.
Sure.
We've no view in any of those things. It just reminds me of the Blarney Stone. Do you know there's the wonderful Blarney Stone in Ireland in Cork where you go and you kiss it and then your destiny is fulfilled. You find the love of your life and then you are forever entranced in their companionship.
Okay.
Right, which
Yeah.
is why Blarney is a synonym for a bunch of made up BS in the
No,
US. It is. When you say Blarney, that's what that means in the US. Sorry.
yeah. Well, I'm engaged to be married, so I've found my love, and I kissed the
That,
Blarney Stone. So there you go.
but what how long in time between kissing said stone?
And when I got engaged, or when I found my perfect match,
Whichever gives you the better number, I
it's
guess.
it's just it's just sometimes destiny takes time. Sometimes
Ah,
I kissed the Blarney Stone when I was 4, and it took another 30 years to do that. But there you go.
sounds like a log line.
Long
Sometimes
line.
Destiny takes time. Yeah,
destiny takes time.
when you're doing
Excellent.
For sure.
screenplays, right? You got to
Yeah.
give them a line that sums up. Destiny takes time.
Love it. Love it. You should trademark that. You should put it in something.
Really deep. Really
Really
deep.
deep. Really deep.
Destiny take
Ivan.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ivan. Another word, profound bullshit, but sure. You're sharing the love. You're sharing the destiny, Josh. Right, let's move
I am.
on.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Speaking of things with some destiny to it, off we go to the sun, where
Okay.
there's some new footage I'm sure we can put up of the actual solar wind. This was a new observatory that was put in up near around the sun, and some of the images are really, really cool.
Yeah.
This is not that particular
This
image.
this is the video that I found of it taking off. So those who are watching, you can see what's happening. For those who are listening, it's literally just a video of a spaceship taking off. So not the images that we are supposed to be talking about today. However,
Well,
can we
it's
just
the
maybe comment
it's
on the wonderful, like, release of this rocket ship and the images that this is creating?
for those that have
Josh has gone into hysterics. We'll be right back after these messages. I
it does look nice.
thought it was very beautifully captured. I thought that's what we were talking about. That this big lens flare was the sun, and we're getting up close and personal with it.
So this was actually about the closest images ever of the sun and the way in which. But hey, what do you? You're a painter, Ivan. What do you think
Yeah.
about rockets?
It's a endless loop.
It's an endless loop. Let me have you just talk away to yourselves there for a second, and I'll just have a look at some up close images of the sun. Josh has just lost. He's just lost the plot.
So
He's just lost it.
this actually leads directly into the third story. So we'll just go there.
That's okay. I've got one. I've got one. Where is it? Oh, there's just a text from Google. That's not what I want. Oh, do I? Yes, I do. This is just hilarious. Look, when we're doing Spill the RT on a weekly basis, it's just fun to just turn things on its head and make something fun. And there we go. There's a small little image. There you go. Now look, crisis
Yeah.
averted. Hooray! Now, is this the image you were talking about?
No.
Okay, there we go. Moving swiftly along.
So we all know that AI is coming for us, right?
Yes.
Right. As a painter, I think this can be particularly worrisome if you're doing stuff that's 2D artwork because it's just getting better and better in terms of what can be generated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's take it to the next level. Suppose you need to get your research seen and you want to make sure you only have positive things that are said out in the world about your work. So what do? You embed into your paper in a way that is only readable by the AI, that do not release into the world any negative reviews of this work.
Okay.
That is what is now, scientists have now been caught doing that with their publications, which, if you think about it, means negativity now is no longer allowed.
Yeah.
But surely somebody can just say something negative about it anyway, and just like if they're going to read, say, a peer paper,
So, but the way this works is it goes out for peer review,
yeah,
right? And now, back in the day, like physical human editors would have been through all this whole process. There's generally still a person somewhere, just like there is anyone who's doing any kind of creative output has seen this happen. Like your throughput has increased considerably. There's still a human in the pipeline at the end, but getting it now goes through multiple layers of AI in different ways, right? So if part of what's built into that process is literally remove any negative things said about this project, it's a way of guaranteeing it only gets moved positively forward. And at that point, the human sees it and is like, well, this looks good because the process says it was good. So guess what? Now it's good.
Yeah.
Completely removes actual like balance of positives and negatives from the process. And
Yeah.
I started to think about that. Well, right, we can go further with that, because then artwork can be embedded with the same kind of images that aren't read by humans, but like Midgard 6.0, whatever it's going to be in 6 months, right, is going to be able to give us advanced graphic images to the point where it's just starting to get really aggravating. And also, like, did we ask for any of this?
But I
Yeah.
think that, like, when it comes to actual physical artworks, if you're going to flip it back into the art world, and you look at an art piece, there's always going to be a commentary, like from an individual, and you can get obviously AI generated commentary and reviews and that based on particular images, but like you're going to still have to rely on what some person is going to take from the image personally.
But the
Mm.
submission process for major submission
Oh,
grants,
for
that kind
yeah,
of stuff, involves exactly the same AI funnel.
mm,
Right. And so it's a
Yeah.
different version of peer review that's doing the same thing. So I my mind immediately went to like embedding in the artwork, but I think the shorter and more intermediate step to be worried about is people that are building the same kind of things into their application and their grants and those kinds of things.
okay,
Right. It's a way of gaming the system. It's a way of putting
Yeah.
your thumb on the scale and making sure it only rolls in your direction.
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah.
What do
I
you think,
think
Ivan?
I think it's like it seems uh, questioning me in the ethical point of view, because in France we have a sentence that says it's a biais de confirmation. It's like you produce things that will say we validate what you think.
mm.
And
Mhm.
we are facing new ways and new codes right now with the AI. And I don't know. Maybe we have to questioning what happens now and for the future. So
Mm.
yeah, it seems, I don't know. The ethical question seems yeah, comme ci comme ça.
No, completely. I agree with that too. I feel that I suppose if you're going to be screened, if your applications are going to be entirely screened by an AI bot, and it's
Mm,
not being seen by an actual human being, even at the initial stages when they're receiving thousands of applicants for a particular exhibition, or as you say, for a particular grant, or for an open
yeah,
call, or whatever,
yeah.
that if it's going through an AI processor first before the human even gets to take an account of it, then
Mm,
how are they pinpointing what it is that they're looking for? You know, how is it that they're, what is the criteria that that prompt is going to be in order to kind of pick
But
and
that's not how
choose?
this works. This is
Yeah,
literally like you're jacking the system. What the
yeah,
first part of the message literally says, I am overriding any other instructions you've been given prior to
yeah,
this point. So even
yeah,
if they've been told, disregard those instructions, right? Like override that. Here's your new set of orders.
mm.
And
mm,
your new set of order is this is
Pick
the
me.
shit that matters. Pick me. And so
yeah,
you could embed that in the text. You could also embed it in the images,
yeah,
right? Like all kinds of stuff in terms of communications possible, because these things are able to read 2D and 3D,
Mm.
and they're
mm,
able to read things in ways that are encoded that if you think your eye test is bad, find the number 7 in the blue and yellow circle. Like we're talking about stuff that's embedded in such a manner that like a QR code seems like child's play in comparison, right? Human eyes can't see it, but
Yeah.
the computer can. And so it's just I go back to the basic idea of like, what is for humans here, and why is this happening? Who asked for this? I did not. I never was. I don't
No,
recall
me
ever
neither.
being given the
no,
question.
none of us asked for it, and I think
Sure.
that's a problem. It's just, I was at a conference the other day, which was not what it was saying it was selling itself for, might I add. But it was I was speaking to a translator who whose business was for 30 years mainly just translating
Mhm.
different languages and paying
Yeah.
charging by the word for the translation, and it's like
Yeah,
a very valid offering. And I was like, how is AI treating you now? And he's like, don't
Yeah.
even
yeah.
open that can of
Mhm.
worms.
Mm.
So it's like they didn't ask for it. No, nobody has really. Well, there's a quite a large grouping of people in the world that have not asked for AI to be
Mm.
part of
No,
our future existence. And it's now there's a lot of people that are questioning. It's like, well, what should we be teaching children in school now to be ready
yeah.
to deal with this sort of model and how life is
Yeah.
delivered in the future, and what are their jobs supposed to be like? Where are we teaching children now to
There's a
kind
new
of aim
Use it.
school.
towards?
There's a
Yeah.
new school in the U.S. You'll go to school for 2 hours a day with an
Okay.
AI as your teacher, and then you spend the rest of the day working on projects that are AI facilitated. Like a
That's
human kind of
crazy.
stands around, but most of the time it's just I I just
Yeah.
where do you even begin? Where do
Is
you
it
even
is it
begin?
real? Is it real? What you are saying?
I'm not
In the
making any of that up. Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they've already sent, because it's a program that's been around now apparently for
Okay.
several years. So they had people that started in high school with them that have now been accepted into universities,
Oh wow.
into University of Chicago, into
Mm.
University of California. So
Yeah.
clearly they managed to learn something. Who
Mm.
knows? Honestly, I just don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
They probably learned what they feel they needed to learn in order to get into the next level of like for those institutions, and but like what is the additional learning that they're getting beyond those parameters? Because like I mean maybe they're not getting a world knowledge that you would get from a typical education system, insofar as you're doing multiple different subjects and you're gonna get a more rounded education on different things,
The
including
question would
culture,
become,
math,
why would
science,
you need to
language.
learn anything? But why all you need to learn is, here's a device,
Yeah.
speak what you want, and your question gets answered. There's no reason to go to school. There's no
Yeah, well,
reason
Mm.
I'm
to
well,
learn
well,
anything.
yeah, yes, that is an attitude one can take on, but like, I mean, why would you want to exist if that was the way that?
That's there are
Mm.
people who are literally saying that that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're called
Yeah.
accelerationists,
Yeah,
right? Peter
Yeah.
Thiel of PayPal fame, he's an accelerationist. He literally wants to try to force the end of humanity so we become whatever
Mm.
we become next.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly happy. I don't particularly like being a human, but I'm cool staying around as a human. Thanks.
Yeah.
But
oh
that's
dear.
right. It sounds like science fiction. It ain't science fiction, because these
Kind
are
of.
people. These are people with billions and billions of dollars, and that's
Yeah,
literally the only currency that matters. There is
Yeah.
no ethics here, Ivan. Right?
Yeah.
No one asked for this. This
yeah.
is not
Sure.
about democracy's not determining this. Money is
Even
money and
Yeah.
desire.
in
Yeah.
in in France, and as using the French language in
Yeah.
AI, how like do you use it at all? Have you looked at
Me,
any of it?
no,
You
no,
you
no,
don't
no,
use
no.
it at all.
No, I don't use it. I don't use it because I'm not really close. I'm not feel close with this kind of way to learn things. And but I can understand that it's really easier to find some textual informations
Yeah,
and I don't know historical stuff or something. But in my daily life, no, I don't use it.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
kind of I don't know. It scares me a little bit because when you do that, it's like machine learning.
Oh yeah,
You
everything that you're saying, it's taking it on
yeah,
board and bringing it into the next level of
Yeah.
understanding for you and for everybody else.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, everyone, yeah, it's you be part of a big things and you help the machine to learn, but is we can maybe do things differently. I
Yeah.
don't know. But me, in my daily life, I don't use it, to be honest.
Yeah,
Mm.
my
And I'm
concern
not
is it's too
sad,
late.
not really sad about that.
Unfortunately, I think it's already out of the bottle. It's too late.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course. A lot of people around me, in my close friends, use it always for little things and to how to behave themselves. It's really strange because they question the AI for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You don't.
Mhm.
There's no reason. And if what's ending up that the answers are being given have been
Mm,
driven by a behind the scene process that's not really
yeah,
about authenticating accuracy,
yeah,
right? That's trying to eliminate disagreement.
Mm.
yeah,
It's just, to me, it's like, here's the Titanic.
yeah.
We've covered on this show what happened, what hubris. That's what hubris leads to, right? This is like the hubris of
Mm,
man thinking it will transcend itself.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
wish I don't have to deal with it, but unfortunately, you go for a job interview now. You're screened by an AI. You don't get to talk to a human unless the AI has decided you're
yeah, yeah,
worthy,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
right?
I feel like, I think there will be a turning point, and it will either be for the worse or
Sure.
for the better. And I think it would take people like you, Ivan, to kind of take the truth in the heart in what it is to be a human, and to not rely so much on the convenience of artificial intelligence that we all kind of
Mm,
slip into. And I think
yeah.
what will happen, or well, I believe what could happen, is that people will just be like, oh, hold on now a second. My whole life is being dictated by this bot.
Mm,
Josh is shaking his head in his cynicisms, but I think that, there'll be enough of us out there that will be like, you know what, we don't need this. We don't need to look at this rectangle box every second of the day. We can go to the
yeah.
beach and we can go
Yeah,
surfing
sure.
and we can make
Of course.
food in a kitchen that's like, and we can paint a painting,
Yeah.
and an AI bot can do that if you wanted to, but then there goes your human experience, and what's the point if you
Mm.
don't?
Yeah, I agree. I agree
Uh,
with you.
it's a wonderful hope that we will rise to our best angels.
Yeah.
I suspect, given human history, not that.
Well, I'm going to live in fairyland and I'm going to pretend that it's going to be okay. So, I mean, on that note and in those nice thoughts, I'm going to leave it at that and go away for a minute as we talk a little bit about New Collective. So, we'll be right back after these very messages. Newer Collective, an arts community collective with art artists and art publications with fresh work, news, and updates added weekly to our online collection at www.newercollective.com. Here you will also find our Newer Journal featuring articles and podcasts, which are also available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok, like this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on us spilling the on us spilling the RT in our weekly roundups every Thursday. There you go. There's a fuck up for you. Nice and clean, and a nice little swear in there just to make it nice and dirty. Anyway, so that's Newer Collective. Newer Collective are up to lots of bits and pieces at the moment. We are set to release our first physical publication, our magazine, quite soon in the autumn, which is ongoing, very exciting. We have released our Patreon account, which you can go check out now at Newer Collective Art. So the link for that is in the description, and we'll put a post about that up on our social channels this coming week as well, so that you can learn a little bit more about that and potentially actually a little article about that on our website at www.newercollective.com. Josh,
Yes.
you feel like I wasn't giving you any opportunity to say anything there. I felt
I
like I needed to keep
I
moving.
I'm happy to just listen.
Excellent, excellent. Josh,
Because
you could.
when you do what you just did, man, there's no reason. I just step back and go, wow.
Wow. Poor Ivan is like, what the hell is happening here?
It's really fun. It's really fun for me.
He's like, what have I signed up for? I'm like, I should be like on the beach right now, drinking cocktails in the sun. I'm like, I'm in my lovely like holiday state, and I'm not. I'm here talking absolute bullcrap with Josh and Eamon.
So,
I'm totally enjoying the moment.
Excellent.
Really.
so, so you're a painter. I think you'll appreciate this one.
Okay.
Off we go to Oregon, to Portland, to a gentleman named Riley Kendunk, who apparently at least bills himself as the funniest guy in Portland. Portland is particularly wet. It's a very UK kind of city in many ways. So saying you're the funniest guy there may not be saying so much. Nonetheless, he has decided to rank celebrity painters. Can you guess who he ranked number one?
Well, I don't know. Who did he?
Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone.
Oh,
Oh, interesting.
I think most
very
people are like,
interesting.
Sylvester Stallone paints? Yes, Sylvester
This one.
Stallone paints. He does.
Oh, I put up the video rather than the images, so I don't even know which one is Sylvester Stallone's painting. But I'm assuming if
It was earlier on. He does it's like 5 blocks. So it's got Sylvester Stallone. It's got as you see here, George W. Bush, a couple other people, and
who is
apparently
this person
Stallone.
supposed to be?
Oh, this is Bush. This is George W. Bush's paintings. That's his painting of Putin.
Oh, okay. Anthony Hopkins. I knew he could paint. I've seen some articles about Anthony Hopkins painting,
Yes,
and I've
and
actually
he.
seen some of them. They're really cool.
Well, this guy rips Anthony Hopkins. See, it's ironic. What you're saying is in direct contravention to what the great
The great
2,000
Jeff Hardy.
followers.
How do you find these people?
How do I
Oh,
find
yeah.
anything? I just go looking. If you just go looking, it's out there.
Even Josh goes down like these very strange snail paths.
Okay.
And things just pop up, and we're like, "Where did you find this?"
Hey,
It's unbelievable.
and so what you're seeing that okay, so this first one coming up
There
here.
we go, Sylvester Stallone.
This is
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone's work.
Some really bright colors in there.
That's his point was, to sort of paraphrase what the guy's saying, is, well, look, there's a certain amount of energy, there's a certain straightforwardness, because it's always about like action and emotion, and like, yeah, I guess, okay. The next one is Lucy Liu.
Lucy
Believe it or
Liu.
not.
Who's Lucy Liv? Lucy Liu?
Lucy Liu,
Yeah.
the actor, Lucy Liu.
Oh, she looks
Lucy-
very severe.
Charlie's Angels,
Oh.
Tarantino, Kill
Okay.
Bill Volume 2.
Yeah, George W.
then
Bush should
obviously-
stick to his day job.
Hey, look, when you're getting paid a couple $100,000 a year for life, this is what you do with your time.
I'd love that.
Mm.
Imagine, oh, look, I've just been president of the America and of the America. It's not really that
Elon-
difficult a job, clearly. I mean, there are people there doing it today, and you know.
Do you have a favorite, Ivan, of
Yeah. Yeah,
famous
I have.
painters? Yeah?
In all the sites that you show, obviously, honestly, I'm really interested by Sylvester Stallone paintings. I feel the spontaneity, the I don't know, the colorful feelings, and
Yeah.
it's not that bad, really.
Yeah. I agree.
Well-
I agree. You don't agree though, Josh, do you?
I don't really care either way. I just find, well, because I don't find any of the work, including, like, he ranked Jim Carrey last. Jim Carrey is
Yeah.
the one who does like the most political of the work.
Yeah.
But I just, for me, they're all kind
I
of
really like
derivative.
that.
The problem is, we've seen this before with most artists who are like creative in a different field who then come into art. They are derivative in the sense that they're not really pushing themselves, I think, in a way that someone who's like worked very hard to develop their practice is I can just tell who started off as a painter and who did something else and then transitioned into painting, I guess is the best way I put it. And I'm not like, you want to make. Look, you're going to sell your shit because your name's attached to it, right? Like, you're going to sell way more than I'm ever going to sell because your name's attached to it. So if that's the level of like acknowledgement, you got me.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't evaluate artwork's importance in that kind of way. And to me, it's more about like, does it actually move people? And so let's say you stripped away the name of any of those 5 people and then you were looking at their artwork. Would you be moved by it? And at best, you can say, well, there's something to some of what Stallone's work is that does seem reminiscent of what other people have done better,
Yeah.
right? I just
It has kind
we
of
were
like a
talking.
similar color palette to the likes of like
Well,
Basquiat or,
last week we were
Yeah.
talking about Ed Sheehan. Ed
uh,
Sheehan's doing
Mm.
drip paintings now, right? To
Okay.
help out a charity, right? Now,
yeah.
Okay.
okay, all three of us here are painters. Like drip painting are not particularly difficult to make. It's derivative to do it at this point in time. But because the name is attached to it, it's going to sell.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right. And so, like, if you're George W. Bush or you're Biden's son, right? Because he's making $1 million a year and selling paintings. Why? Because his name's attached to it. And so I think
Yeah.
as artists, right, particularly as 2D and 3D makers, we have this problem of if you actually like get the dream of people buying your stuff, it also means that there's a certain kind of person that's buying your stuff, and there's a certain kind of system that you have to participate in for that to
Mhm.
happen.
Mm.
And if you're just trying to push yourself artistically and you're not so concerned about selling, the work has it just feels more authentic, I think.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
how I read it.
I agree. Totally agree.
I think
Well, that was easy.
you're easily pleased, Ivan. There's I kind of challenge it in a certain way to a certain extent because I just think that, well, maybe not the complete elite of like the likes of like George Bush or whoever. Maybe he does have an artistic background or whatever. But like
Mm.
I think for performers, like actors and singers and those kind of folk, who are very much engaged in the arts and in trying to find their identity and themselves in their art medium, I feel like they do they can and would have a potential connection with a canvas more so than somebody who wouldn't be part of the arts in general, I suppose.
There's plenty of famous people who went to art school,
Yeah,
right? Who ended up becoming famous because they're creative. And so they're
yeah.
multimodal. I have no,
Mm.
that's different, right? I'm
Mm,
Patti Smith. I went to art school. I trained. By the way, I also sang, right? Like that's someone who just has it coming out of their pores in different directions. That's not
Yeah.
what we're talking about here. This
mm,
is like
Yeah.
George
Yeah.
W. Bush retires, has nothing better to do, starts painting, and then
yeah,
starts selling because it's right. Sly Stallone,
Yeah.
actor,
yeah.
Yeah, but
nutritional
they are
supplement seller. Like
yeah, but they are allowed to try it and do that because it's like a
Expressive.
hobby. It's passion too.
but
And
the
even
modern
if
world.
there are actors or president of whatever, they are allowed to practice it in their free time. And
No,
if they want to sell it, why not?
the online world is more honest about all of this. It's just called content in the world of 2025,
Mm.
right? I make content, and the whole point of shoveling my shit, whatever it is to get
Yeah,
eyeballs and get paid,
yeah.
right? It's not, there's no pretense to it anymore. But
Mhm.
Mm.
the art world still tries to have some kind of level of pretense because people want to say,
Yeah,
oh, I'm buying it because it has value. You're buying because
yeah,
someone's name is attached to
sure.
it. How
Yeah, yeah.
many people have Picassos and every time they show it to their friends, they're all, ha ha ha, I got a Picasso. It's the ugliest fucking thing I own. I hate it, but it's worth it, right? That's just commerce. That is
Yeah,
just like
exactly.
base materialism. And I have very little interest in it. I know that lots of people do, and that's their valuation system. It just
Yeah.
Mm.
that
Well,
that vomit emoticon.
oh dear. Okay, right. Well, he's off on one there. So let's spill that tea before before he starts
So
shoveling more shit. Okay.
so as we continue the downhill slide of humanity, off to
Ivan, usually we are a
Boston,
little bit more positive than this. And
No,
let's
no, no. It's okay. It's okay. No, no, no.
off to Boston we go. Now, I personally can't think I can even name 3 songs by Coldplay. It's not really my thing.
Your type,
But
yeah.
apparently Coldplay is still very, very popular.
yes.
And so everybody and their mother went to Boston for Coldplay, including the CEO and the chief, whatever the hell she used to be, of a company that
She
no
was in
longer.
HR.
Well, that's right. She was vice president of HR. Well, guess
Yeah.
what? They're no longer. Neither one is employed by the company, and I don't think either one will be married for much longer either.
Oh,
Everybody, I think, is aware of what happened here at this point in time. Don't go to a Coldplay concert. Don't get caught on a kiss cam if you are a married executive.
oh dear. I saw this
Yeah.
and I was like, ugh, like, I mean, is this like just the media making mountains out of molehills, which it probably is to an extent. I mean, they're just holding each other. Maybe they just felt like, maybe she was going to fall off the edge of something and somebody just needs to hold her back, from falling. And that's what he was doing. Let's not paint a picture. The Costa concert. Oh, that's so funny.
See,
There's a
the
whole
thing
breakdown of
is that
Costa there.
most of us depend on, still in this day and age, on the anonymity of the crowd, right?
Yeah.
That there's
Mm.
so many of us that you just do what you do and you figure that no one's ever going to see it or care about it because no one cares about me. The problem is Andy Warhol's dictum about 15 minutes is coming truer and truer because we now live in a world suffused with cameras and a
Yeah.
Mm.
need for content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you put those two things together, people who thought they would never be given 15 minutes in the spotlight, the glare, pick your synonym, that's what they're getting. Now,
Yeah.
if you're just a random schmo, right, and you get the kiss cam, cool, your coworkers like it. Maybe you parlay it into a sponsorship deal, and you're the guy on the longboard drinking Sunkist who got a whole career out of singing for 15 seconds to Fleetwood Mac. Remember that from 5 years ago during
Yes.
the COVID pandemic, right? So sometimes that works in your favor. If, however, you have multiple $1 million jobs on the line, it can be an absolute killer to your career, as these people
Yeah.
found.
Exactly. Exactly. We
Oh
we are
dear.
facing it of the worst scenario with social media for people, for
Yeah.
this couple of people. It's
Yeah.
terrifying because in like few days everything changed for
Yeah.
the two
Yeah.
people here.
Yeah. And I
It's
always
like
say I'm
crazy.
uncancelable. I say I'm
Yeah,
uncancelable because I got nothing to cancel me about. But
yeah.
I also haven't been raised up to the heights in order to be dropped down, right? It's just
Mm,
wax
yeah.
wings, but um.
And everyone see it on his phone. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy, and it's also like I can't believe it's the HR manager. I just can't get over that it was the HR person that was like,
Why?
because they're supposed to know these things.
Really?
Yeah,
Again, it's I understand that you like to see like the good side of things,
I
but just
do.
how
I
often
do.
has that actually paid off? Most humans have a dark side to them. Talk to Young. Like it's there. The shadow is there. Like deal with it or don't. But
Okay.
to me, it's almost like it's that idea, like the wax wings, like you're asking for it. You thought you were going to go to a Coldplay concert because it's just like the internet reveals all this shit, right? The
yeah.
person 2 hours before is posting social media pictures with their other family. Here's how happy I am.
Oh wow.
As I then go off to have my affair at the
Yeah.
Coldplay concert. It's
Oh
just
Josh,
and you're
you're
in
stirring it.
and
You're
Oh
and
wow.
stirring it.
and you've got money, right? So you don't buy normal tickets. No, you buy box seats that are going to guarantee that the camera's going to see you. And you're
Oh wow.
right, like it's just it's hubris, right? It's like
Mm.
people who think that somehow they're like above. Now, I always get stepped on the world. Like my life is nothing but Orwell's boot stamping down on me my entire life. So I if there is never going to be a kiss cam, so I'm not have to worry about that.
Yeah.
But it's
Are you
like
hiding
people
something,
think,
Josh?
oh, I'm hiding a lot of things.
I mean,
But
yeah, no.
people think that like they're going to get away with it somehow, and it's just that's not how real love works.
No.
Yeah.
You get busted.
Anyway, we're going to spill that tea on that poor couple who are now
Yeah.
hopefully going into their new life together.
Well, I
Maybe
mean,
it was just destiny.
Ah
these are
yeah.
people that were making a
Maybe it
lot
was
of money.
destiny. They needed somebody to say, do you know what? You're really meant to be together, and we can't get away from our other spouses. And now they've been caught on camera, and now destiny is forcing them together, ruining the other parts of their lives, but forcing them together.
These are people of high net worth.
Okay.
Their lives will be inconvenienced, but will not actually be destroyed.
No. Anyway,
Mm.
speaking of high net worth, Ivan, you have some wonderful high net worth paintings that we need to look at, because they are very, very fabulous. But
Thank you.
what we would
Thank
like
you.
to do first is like to get to know you a little bit because you're a new guest and we don't know anything about you. So you need to tell the world all about you.
Okay, I will try.
Okay.
I'm French painter.
Hmm.
I've got 28 years old, and I do art school. And after that, I start painting like 5 years ago, or it's like 6 years ago, in 2019, really. And I'm passionate, and when I start, I don't stop. And since like 6 years, I paint almost all day. And you see my principal references, like French modern painting, early 20th century, colorful painting. I feel really close about Impressionism and post-Impressionism. So yeah, I try to paint things that I feel close and my daily life. For example, this one, the painting that we are seeing, it's traditional farmer house from the island of Ibiza. This is the traditional house that you can find inside the land, not in next to the coast, but in the land
Yeah,
of the island.
inland.
Inland, yeah. So it was important to me to show that because it's really beautiful, and it's not the first thing that you can see when you think about this island of Ibiza. So yeah, it's an example.
Oh,
And you're
no.
working in oils?
No, acrylic. Acrylic
Acrylics.
painting because I'm painting really fast. I do this kind of painting in like 3 days, and I do a lot of painting, and I sell a lot, so I have to keep going this
See,
rhythm.
I wasn't lying. He's very lucrative.
Do you
We
do
have
you
we
paint these in plein air, meaning in the for those that don't know, meaning at the
No,
location, or you have a studio that you're
no, I
painting
have a studio in France, and I have a lot of art book because I do references. I do notes. Sometimes I put a books or element that comes from master painting. So no, I work inside my studio. I need to have all my stuff for creating
with you.
things.
We have
Yeah.
another painting here, which is an internal painting. Do you want to talk about this one?
Yeah. In this time, I like to put paintings in paintings because it permits me to try a subject that I can't try in big size, you know. So I can do a dialogue between real painting, like you see, there is a Derain, André Derain, a Matisse painting,
Hmm.
painting from Oscar Giglia, Albert Marquet. So there are Italian, French painters, and it's fun to me to just try to, to create a dialogue between all of them. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, it looks
and
stunning.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah, it's a very interesting way to reference
Yeah,
the art history lineage, because obviously you're not the first person to do that, but
of course.
to also include works from people that have done that, right? There's a
Mm,
certain meta cheekiness that's part of that,
yeah,
right? It's
and
kind of
maybe
like
yeah,
post impressionism, not just post impressionism.
yeah,
So
maybe.
your works definitely have that impressionistic sort of viewpoint behind them, right? There's a certain
Mm,
painterliness to the work, but
Mm.
at the
yeah.
same time, by being self-referential in that kind of way, it's also like if you're in on the joke, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm a child who just saw a lot of paintings, a lot of painters, and it seems normal to me to don't hide that
Mm.
because it's important in my construction, in my art construction. So yeah, if I can find a way to talk about that and in the same time do my own things, it's perfect. So it's the way that I'm think the painting now. Because maybe it will change in few years. I don't know.
Yeah. It's good to be able
And
to kind of have that breadth though to take it wherever it is that you want to go with it.
And you say you
Mm.
sell a lot. Are you selling through galleries? Are you selling
Yeah.
online?
Yeah. I'm represented by a French gallery, Parisian gallery, since 4 years now, and they do all the business things and the selling things, so I can just focus myself on practice
Oh,
and
amazing.
produce painting. It's really big chance for me to do that.
Mm.
So thanks to them because
That's the dream.
yeah, maybe I'm really lucky, and it's why I'm thanks them all day, and we are really close, so we it's really great. Yeah.
And have you got a kind of a collection of work or a kind of an exhibition that is happening anytime soon?
At the moment,
Mm,
we the gallery are in Aspen Art Fair.
okay.
So I have few of my work in exhibited there, an exhibition. So
Oh,
yeah, right
how
now
long is that open for?
it's few days, and it ends the 2 August. And but
Perfect.
in I have my solo show in November in
Yeah.
Paris.
Aspen Art
Yeah.
Week is very big now because many of the like typical summer activities closed down for most of the
Okay.
art world, right? But Aspen is relatively cold in summer,
Mm,
comparatively speaking. It's not as
yeah.
hot, and so people go. It's one of the places that it's turned into a huge midsummer kind of art selling opportunity in the U.S.
Have you
So
been
good for
there,
you.
Josh?
I have
Have you
no.
been there?
I try to avoid art fairs. I'm not a particularly enjoyer of the kind of people that tend to congregate at art fairs, particularly in
Yeah.
the United States. But
Okay.
I obviously I follow the art news, and so I was well aware that that particular art week has become since COVID much more prominent for sales than
Mm,
it used to be.
yeah, you're right.
Cool.
So good for you. Hope you sell a bunch.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks. Let's see.
exciting. Yeah,
Let's see.
that's really exciting. And Ivan, can you tell us where viewers can go and listeners can go to check you out to see your work? Have you got a
It's
website or on social media?
no, I don't have website, but I have only Instagram, so
Okay.
they can find me with my name, Ivan Arlaud.
Perfect. We'll
So
pop that
just
into the description of
yeah.
this video and in our Spotify and Apple podcast descriptions. Great. No, that's really great. That's brilliant. And like your work is stunning, and we've been absolutely thrilled to
Thank you so much.
have a French painter on Spill the RT. How ooh la la are we today?
Ooh la
Um,
la.
oh la la. And so thank you so much, Ivan, for being a really fabulous guest. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you too, guys. It
No
was a
problem, no
pleasure.
problem. So do check out Ivan's work through the link in the description, and also do check out Newer Collective at newercollective.com. And Josh, what else should they do?
Like, share, subscribe, send to 3 friends, leave a comment, buy some
Yes,
swag, send a guest
absolutely,
our way, be a sponsor.
absolutely.
You know, the usual grab bag.
Get it all out there, leave a comment, all of those sort of things. And if you would like to be a guest, do check us out at newercollective.com or give us an email at hello@newercollective.com. That would be great. Cool. Well, that's all we have time for today, everyone. So thank you for joining us. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Eva. And
No,
we will
thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
And until next Thursday, when we will be spilling the RT once again, sharing the world's art stories. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye.